Greetings. I just want to start with saying thank you for all those who have taken the time to listen to the videos I have put up so far. It has not been an easy road to finally come open with my situation in the 16 years of a lot of mind games and manipulation and just destroying my self-worth. And like I said before, this has not been the case 24/7. There were moments in time where efforts were made, but it was never consistent. It was always give with one hand, take with the other, and this constant appeal to try and keep the peace and try and not make him go silent again, or, not ruffle any feathers, not say the wrong thing, not sing too loud, not be too loud, it was just a lot that I had to try and remember, and then it still didn't work. There was still something else I would have done wrong, or, didn't say, or didn't do, or didn't reply to. There was just never a place where I could get to where I kind of could understand the rhythm, the flow of this person that I've married. And that brings me nicely onto the major red flags I missed or dismissed. And that's what I'm going to talk about today, some of them, because I am going to try and make the videos a little bit shorter, only because I'm realizing, it's a lot that's happened over these 16 years, and to try and cram it all in, I'm not even doing it justice. It needs to be revealed as it comes to me, and not necessarily in particular order, but I am going to start going through the red flags. So I already laid out the early one where he didn't tell me he had a child before we started becoming boyfriend and girlfriend, before I left Jamaica for the first visit. And then obviously I did the fast forward one where I got married, and showed me that he had something to tell me, and I wrote it all down and I read it to him, and then he broke down and he did tell me, look, he'd made a mistake, and did tell me at that time that I must forgive him of impregnating another woman with twins. What I didn't say is, when I had come back to England after being with him and deciding to be boyfriend and girlfriend, at some point another auntie and uncle, different to the ones that took me out there, had gone out there with their family and had met with the first baby. Well, the first baby mother had come to them and told them about him to them, and it was not pretty at all. So when they came and told me that information, because I think I'd gone to see them and they had told me, like, we had really bad things, like, he's no good, and he said one phrase that I can't even remember right now, but it was not pretty. It was like, hey, wherever his hat lays, he'll sleep. Like, it was that kind of derogatory thing. But the problem I had was I'd already been prepped about this person. So my ex-husband had already said, this person's this, that, and the other. They had slept with his cousin, which is why he didn't think the child was his at the time. His family had to convince him that the child belonged to him, and all this other drama. So I already had my backup thinking, like, right, obviously she's feeling a bit salty that she cheated on him and he doesn't want her back, sort of thing. You see the mind games already. So that's how I left it. I was like, I appreciate you telling me that, but he's already told me about her. He's already told me that she'll start saying stuff and stuff like that. So I just didn't really take it, not that I didn't take it seriously, but I guess I didn't. But it was still there in the back of my mind. I was like, oh, okay. So I kind of banked it. So that class is one of the dismissed red flags, I guess. Another red flag was during the time of him coming over to England and leaving Jamaica. He was living with us in my family home because I hadn't actually saved up enough for a home yet, for ourselves, and he was really, he wasn't happy about that. He wasn't happy about that at all. After a while, he said he was okay with it before he left Jamaica, but when we got here, he was like, oh, like, I've got own space and blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, when you get a job and that, like, we can start looking into those things. Because obviously for all this time, this 5-6 years, it's been one income. And another red flag, he always needed money. Always needed money. Like, just probably last year or so, I found a stack of Western Union receipts, because back in the day, it wasn't all electronically. You used to have to go in there, write out your little script, say how much, and then they give you a copy back. You send it, you sign it, and all of that jazz. So, again, I was constantly, I didn't get much work this month. My son needs some stuff for school. It was just constantly something. And again, me being me, I did what I could. If I could help, I would try. And then the same with his mum. Like, his mum started to need help as well, like with stuff that she needed for herself, like medical stuff. So I was like, again, I will help where I can. And even some other members reached out for some help. And again, I helped where I can, because again, I'm not one of those people where I'm like a crabby, like all for myself. If I can help somebody, I will help somebody. I don't look at money as it has a hold over me. If I have it and I can, I will try and help. The last red flag I'll share for today is when he got to England, and back then I was on Facebook. I don't really use it now. I'm not quite even getting to the accounts. And I got a message from a woman saying, do you know your husband has twins in Jamaica? And I was like, unfortunately, yes, I do. Because obviously at that point, he had already told me, like, just a few weeks after we got married, or a month or so after we got married, when we got back after our honeymoon and stuff, to his house, or to his room, because he didn't have a house. And then she also said, and he made me dash away my baby. And I was like, say what? Like, so then there's not one person, there's not two people, there's 3 people I'm kind of tangled up with now. Because then the same woman's name that sent me this message then popped up when I started doing my research in his phone. And the same woman was sending him naked pictures, very intimate things that I haven't. I just was like, whoa. So again, I confronted this woman, and she told me, like, he's been begging me for the pictures, and I even overheard him telling her that he loves her and that there's still a future for them. You never know what the future holds for them. Now, this woman at this point is already married and moved on, apparently, but then they're still kind of having this reminiscence romancing going on. And I'm here married as well to him. And he's still talking to this other baby mother with the twins. So my head's already getting all kind of mixed up right now. I'm like, what kind of mix up am I in? So I challenge him. I'm asking him about it. Like, why are you talking to this other woman that, oh, she's my ex, okay? So why are you telling her that you love her as well? Because you told the other girl that as well. You told me it's because of your kids. but you ain't got no kids with her, so why are you telling her that you love her and there could be a future, blah, blah, blah. Guess what his excuse was this time? Oh, my goodness. His excuse was, oh, she's always helped me with my son, the first son. And I'm just trying to keep her sweet because, you know, if I'm struggling or anything, she'll always, she likes him and she always helps out with him. I was like, oh, okay. But in my head, I was thinking, well, I've been helping out with him. So what is your, like, trust me, I'm looking back now and nothing makes sense to me how I did not run a mile after these first woman. But now two, and there's more. But that's what I'll start with tonight. Thank you for listening. Shalom, and I just give you our glory for breaking my silence and give me the opportunity to share the truth that sets us free. Hallelujah.